Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we are really diving into the crypto world. I mean, the shifts happening right now are pretty seismic, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Bitcoin, Ethereum,
Yeah.
they're making some serious noise.
Serious noise is right. Not just headlines, but really eye-catching moves, getting close to historic peaks again.
Yeah, very close.
So the big question is, what's really behind these surges? We want to unpack that today.
Filtered.
We'll be digging into the latest financial reporting, specifically drawing from an article in the Economic Times actually published just today, August 11th, 2025.
Okay, fresh insights then.
Exactly. And our goal really is to figure out what's fueling all this optimism, what are the experts predicting, and, what does it all mean for you watching this super dynamic market?
Right, cutting through the noise.
Okay, let's jump right in. The numbers. Bitcoin recently hit $122,000.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a whisper away from its all-time high, right? Which was $123,091 set just last month, July 14th.
Not long ago at all.
Not long ago. And as of this morning, August 11th, around 11 a.m. IST, Bitcoin was trading at $121,921.
Still holding strong.
Still very strong, up 3.1% in the last 24 hours. It even touched $122,309 earlier today.
So definite upward momentum there.
Definitely. And look, it's not just Bitcoin's show. Ethereum has also surged.
How's he doing?
It climbed 2.2% to $4,307. Now that's its highest level since, what, 2021?
2021, that's quite a comeback.
It really is. And we're seeing this ripple out, broader market participation.
The altcoins are moving too.
Exactly. Things like XRP, BNB, Solana, Tron, Hyperliquid, Cardano. They're advancing, some up to 4%.
So it's pretty widespread.
It is. The whole crypto market cap is up 2.3%, hitting $4.06 trillion. That's according to CoinMarketCap.
What's really fascinating there, if you step back a bit, is just how broad this whole upward trend is.
Right.
It really suggests a wider positive feeling across the board, not just, one or two big names pulling everything up.
Yeah, like a systemic shift.
Exactly. It points towards maybe more confidence in the whole digital asset space, like a rising tide lifting all boats, basically.
That's a great way to put it. It feels... yeah, more substantial than just a random blip.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, that leads us to the big why. What is actually fueling this widespread optimism? What are the catalysts here?
Right, and it's interesting because it's not just one thing. It seems to be a mix. Part of it is definitely these macroeconomic tailwinds.
Okay, like external factors.
Yeah, exactly. There's growing optimism, talk in the market about the U.S. Federal Reserve maybe cutting interest rates 3 times in 2025.
The Fed rate cuts expectation.
Precisely. And combine that with inflation easing off a bit.
Right.
Well, that creates a much friendlier environment for assets generally seen as higher risk, which, let's face it, includes crypto.
Okay, so lower rates, less inflation pressure, makes riskier bets more attractive.
Kind of, yeah. When your safer bets, like bonds, aren't paying much, investors tend to look around for higher growth potential. And suddenly, digital assets look, well, more appealing.
That makes total sense. So the big money environment is becoming more crypto-friendly, but is it just that? Is it just Wall Street? Or is there something happening within crypto itself driving things?
That's a really important distinction. And yes, beyond the macro stuff, there are definitely crypto-specific drivers at play.
Like what?
Well, Shivam Thakral, he's the CEO of BuyuCoin, a big Indian exchange.
Mm-hmm.
He pointed to strong inflows into crypto funds. He said that's reignited momentum in both Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Okay, so new money coming into dedicated crypto funds.
Exactly. And you touched on internal strength. We're also seeing what's called robust on-chain activity.
Okay, maybe quickly unpack on-chain activity for folks who aren't deep in the weeds.
Sure, yeah. On-chain activity basically means real transactions happening on the actual blockchain. People sending crypto, using decentralized apps, staking. It's a sign of genuine use, not just speculation.
Got it. Real usage.
Right. Plus, there's strong spot demand. Sathvik Vishwanath, he's co-founder and CEO of Unpacking, another major Indian platform, highlighted that.
And spot demand means people are actually buying the coins themselves, right? Not just betting on the price.
Precisely. Buying for immediate delivery. He shows real confidence, a desire to actually hold the asset.
Okay.
So add to that renewed interest from institutions.
The big players coming back.
Seems like it. And then you have what traders call bullish technicals, basically.
Yeah.
Chart patterns that suggest prices might keep going up.
Right. The charts look good to traders.
Yeah. So you put it all together.
Yeah.
The friendly macro environment, the money flowing in, the actual usage, the institutional interest, the positive charts. It's a powerful mix.
A confluence, like you said earlier.
Exactly. External factors meeting internal strength. That's
Yeah.
often what kicks off these really significant kind of sustained rallies.
Okay, so we've got a pretty good handle on the why. It's this potent combination. So the next logical question is, where could prices go from here? What are the experts watching? Any key levels?
Yeah, analysts are definitely watching those key resistance and support levels. Think of them like price ceilings and floors, sort of.
Okay.
For Bitcoin, Shivam Thakral, the Buy Ucoin CEO again, he suggests Bitcoin might face some pushback, some resistance around $124,000.
Okay, a potential hurdle there.
But he also sees immediate support, like a safety net, around $120,000.
So a bit of a range to watch, maybe?
Potentially. But he also adds, and this is interesting, the overall sentiment looks positive with indicators of a fresh rally in the coming weeks.
Okay, so still optimistic beyond those levels.
Seems so. And then you have the CoinSwitch Markets desk. They're an analysis team at another big Indian platform. They're looking at Bitcoin's price pattern and suggesting a potential rally toward $148,000 if bullish momentum continues.
Wow, $148,000. That's a big call.
It is definitely an optimistic target.
Yeah.
And Southvik Vishwanath from Uncoin, he basically says if Bitcoin can break decisively above that $124,000 resistance level, that could really open the door for new all-time highs.
So breaking 124K is key for maybe a run at records. What about Ethereum? Any specific levels there?
Yeah, the CoinSwitch Markets desk also mentioned Ethereum. They see resistance, that potential ceiling, near the level it just hit, around $4,300.
Okay, so ETH might need to consolidate around here before pushing higher, maybe?
That could be one interpretation, yeah.
Yeah.
It's facing a key test right now.
These are definitely some bullish forecasts, especially that 148K for Bitcoin. But as the source rightly points out, crypto is incredibly dynamic. Prices move like crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Seconds matter.
So what are some potential, headwinds, risks that could still dampen this optimism? What should you, as someone watching this, keep in mind?
That's such a critical point. The source nails it. The world of cryptocurrencies is very dynamic. Prices can go up or down in a matter of seconds. So while things look positive now, risks are always there.
Like what specifically?
Well, you could have unexpected regulatory news, maybe a crackdown somewhere significant, or a sudden shift in that macroeconomic picture we talked about. What if the Fed changes its tune on rate cuts?
Right, if the macro tailwinds disappear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or, a major security breach at an exchange or a big project. That can spook the market pretty quickly.
Yeah, confidence is key.
Totally. So the source emphasizes having reliable answers is crucial for investors. Staying informed is paramount in this space.
Absolutely. Okay, moving beyond just the price charts for a second, what other big industry news is kind of shaping the environment right now? Because it's never just about the price, is it?
No, you're absolutely right. The ecosystem is always evolving. And there was a pretty major legal update recently.
Oh, yeah.
The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, they finally closed their big case against Ripple Labs.
Ah, the Ripple case. That dragged on for ages.
It really did. It was about whether Ripple sold XRP as an unregistered security. They settled. Ripple paid a $125 million fine, but it ended what the source called one of the industry's most high-profile disputes.
So resolution there, is that generally seen as positive, like clarity?
Mostly, yes. Anytime a major regulatory cloud like that gets resolved, it tends to bring some relief and, a degree of clarity, which institutions especially tend to like.
Okay. And didn't we also see some political news? Something about a Trump advisor?
That's right. Bo Hines, who is heading up President Donald Trump's Council of Advisors on Digital Assets, announced he's resigning, going back to the private sector.
Interesting timing.
Well, these kinds of things, even if they aren't directly tied to today's price, they're all part of that bigger picture. The evolving regulatory scene, the political landscape.
How governments are thinking about crypto.
Exactly. The Ripple settlement gives some legal precedent, maybe. Changes in advisors might signal shifts in future policy focus. It all feeds into the overall sentiment and the long-term outlook for digital assets. Even non-price news matters.
Definitely important context. Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. To summarize, we've seen Bitcoin and Ethereum really surge. Bitcoin's knocking on the door of its all-time high. Ethereum's hitting multi-year peaks.
Yeah, significant moves.
And it seems to be driven by this powerful combination of factors. You've got the macro shifts, potential Fed rate cuts, easing inflation, making risk assets more attractive.
The external push.
And then the internal crypto strength money flowing into funds, real on-chain activity, strong spot buying, and importantly, renewed institutional interest.
Plus the bullish technical signals. It's all lining up, for now at least.
Right. And understanding these dynamics, it isn't just for hardcore traders, is it? It feels crucial for anyone just interested in where finance and tech are heading.
Absolutely. This is bleeding edge stuff impacting traditional finance more and more.
So that brings us to our final thought, something for you, the listener, to maybe ponder. Given these rapid moves, these expert predictions of potential new highs, especially for Bitcoin, and Ethereum hitting levels not seen in years, how might this shifting global economic picture, particularly around interest rates, how might that reshape how mainstream finance views and, maybe more importantly, integrates these digital assets? Things that were once pretty niche, how soon could that happen?
That's the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it? How deep does the integration go and how fast? Definitely something to keep an eye on.
Food for thought indeed.